Hey everyone, today I'd like to do an appreciation video for someone, and I'd like to share a couple of things that people might not know about him. He is a pastor and a bishop and a doctor and a reverend, and he's been a pastor for over 40 years, which is the majority of his life. So he's dedicated his life to serving people and serving God, which I think is amazing. With his dealings with money, you can't find anything wrong with it. There's nothing hidden, and he doesn't take any profits for himself. For example, I went on a Uganda mission trip, and most of you might not know this, but when he preached at the last church we went to, which was in Kamwokia Church, they were taking an offering after he finished preaching a message, and there were like two baskets where you could either give towards the church as a normal collection, or you could give just to the pastor. And what I had witnessed was so many people were giving to the pastor, and they were putting it on the pulpit or something. So I think the treasurer of the church counted it up and collected it, put it in an envelope, and we met in that pastor's office after that service. So the lady had given the envelope with the money that was collected to our pastor, and this was in front of everyone who was there. We were just having a casual kind of chat, and when that happened, I will insert a picture. What happened was the pastor did not take the money, but instead he said, "I cannot take this money, please use it towards your ministry." That was like, wow, I did not know he would do that, in all honesty. Imagine a collection was collected for you, but instead you give it back to those people because you know they're in more need than you are. And I was amazed just seeing that, witnessing it, and I'm so happy to share that story. By the way, this pastor has not told me to say anything about him. He has no idea I'm doing this, actually. Another thing is our church does family camp trips, so church trips, and whatever quote we get, because I know I've seen in the admin department, whatever quote the hotel gives, whatever the package is, the pastor does not ask for a penny more than the price. Whereas, you know, he could quite easily make a profit and even use it for something else or for himself. He doesn't, and I've seen that multiple times. Whatever is quoted to the church, the pastor gives the same quote to the church for them to come on this trip. He has no desire to take people's money unnecessarily, and I think that's something we can all aspire to, and to live an honest life. Another thing is, I mentioned this pastor has been doing over 40 years of ministry as a pastor. We had a celebration for him that year on a certain day in May. He was actually given a blank check, which means he could have written any amount and he could have withdrawn it and used it for whatever he wanted: a new car, a holiday, a cruise. But instead of writing whatever 999,999's amount, he returned it and said, "You need to write an amount on that. I can't accept a blank check." And again, I think that's proved his integrity. Another thing which is admirable is paying for his own airfare, where it's even a mission trip. He doesn't take it out of church funds just to make it easier on him to travel here and there. Hopefully we can be in a place where we can have a fund where the pastor can use some of that towards his airfare to go and do mission projects, which again he doesn't gain from. He doesn't get any money from it. He's only putting money into it and taking the church's donations, of course, and giving food and shelter, clothing, and also to spread the gospel to hundreds and even thousands in these poor countries. Many times when it comes to his birthday, or I don't know, an anniversary or Christmas, he always says, "Don't give me a gift." He is much loved. He does get a lot of gifts, which is sweet. But one thing that stands out for me is he says, "If you give me money as a gift, I'm going to put it in one of our church's mission funds," which is again a very selfless thing and something to aspire to. And one thing I admire, which is not related to how he handles money, is how he is ready to do these kind of small Bible studies and house meetings and training, and he attends as much as possible. He's getting older, and we obviously want him to be able to retire if he wants to and pass it on to people who can step up to the responsibility and the integrity as well. And there are many pastors or evangelists, they will only attend a meeting where there is at least, for example, 500 people, and they will not attend unless the venue's packed out. But I've personally seen our pastor has gone to meetings where there are less than 50 or 30, and he still gives an excellent message that could have benefited thousands. He's the kind of person that around the world people want him to conduct their weddings and to come to conventions, and I think it's such an honor that we have a pastor as such who is much loved around the world and has such a great stature and reputation. So we must look after our pastors, and I think we need to bring back Pastors Appreciation Day. And one more thing about this pastor is he's my dad. So Dad, congratulations on everything that you've achieved, and you've done so well as a dad, a brother, a grandfather, and all the titles that you are. I just want to say keep going. We all see your love and your effort and how you don't get much sleep, but you know, you're doing the best that you can with God's help, and just want to encourage you to keep going and press on and look forward to your heavenly rewards as you are.
We love you, Opa.
Well, thank you all for watching. We hope you have a blessed day, and remember to appreciate your pastors. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and like and share it.
And subscribe.